Somewhere, right now, a battle has already been decided, and the winner crowned. Not on American soil, not in an American press release, and certainly not in the automotive reviews you've been reading. The global electric vehicle war that everyone said would take a decade, it's over. The throne has changed hands, and if you live in the United States, you are almost certainly the last person in the developed world to know it. That's not an accident. That's by design. The company that just won this war sold more electric vehicles last year than any manufacturer in history. And you cannot walk into a single passenger vehicle showroom in America to buy one of its cars. What you're about to see is built on real sales data, independent range tests, J.D. Power studies, and a live federal lawsuit working through the U.S. Court of International Trade right now. Stay until the end, because the final question doesn't have a comfortable answer: the sales reality. In 2025, BYD delivered 2,254,714 fully battery electric vehicles worldwide, a 27.9% increase year over year. At the same time, Tesla delivered 1,636,129 vehicles, marking a 9% decline and the first consecutive annual drop in the company's history. The gap, more than 600,000 cars. BYD captured 12.1% of the global BEV market, Tesla 8.8%. This is not a narrow lead. BYD is expanding factories in Turkey, Hungary, and Brazil, and entering markets across 6 continents, while Tesla's fourth quarter of 2025 came in 15.6% below the same period a year earlier. Two companies moving in opposite directions, at speed. The two vehicles at the sharpest point of this competition are the BYD Seal 7 and the Tesla Model Y. Buyers in Europe, Australia, and Latin America cross-shop these two every day. One of them is available to Americans, one is not. And the reason why is the part of this story that should genuinely bother you: range, the number that lies. Every EV range figure is produced under lab conditions you will rarely reproduce. But how a vehicle performs in the gap between official ratings and real roads tells you everything about its engineering priorities. And here, the two vehicles reveal a genuine paradox. The Tesla Model Y long range carries approximately 79 to 82 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity. At highway speeds of 70 to 75 miles per hour, independent testers consistently land in the 240 to 270 mile range between charges, averaging roughly 3.7 miles per kilowatt-hour in mixed conditions. Tesla built an exceptionally efficient machine. The BYD Seal 7 Comfort carries an 82.5 kilowatt-hour battery, BYD's proprietary blade battery in lithium iron phosphate chemistry. The Top Excellence AWD steps up to 91.3 kilowatt-hours. In CarWow's head-to-head test, the Seal 7 Excellence AWD achieved approximately 301 miles of real-world range at 3.3 miles per kilowatt-hour. The Model Y, with its smaller battery, achieved 278 miles in the same test at 3.7 miles per kilowatt-hour. The BYD covers more ground per charge. The Tesla covers more miles per kilowatt-hour. These are not the same thing, and conflating them is how viewers get misled. One dimension almost nobody mentions: the BYD Seal 7 includes a heat pump as standard across every trim level. Heat pumps move heat rather than generate it, dramatically improving cold weather performance and extending winter range. In markets where winters are real, this is not a footnote. It is a meaningful ownership advantage built in at no extra cost. Supercharger versus the world. If you want to understand why Tesla keeps winning in America, despite serious competition everywhere else, look at one thing: the charging network. For the 5th consecutive year, J.D. Power's 2025 U.S. Electric Vehicle Experience Public Charging Study ranked the Tesla Supercharger network highest among all DC fast charging networks in America, scoring 709 on a 1,000-point scale. The nearest competitor scored 668. That gap is measurable and real in every road trip you plan. Hardware comparison: the Tesla Model Y long range peaks at 250 kilowatts on a V3 or V4 supercharger, adding approximately 175 to 200 miles of range in 15 minutes. The 10 to 80% recharge takes roughly 25 to 36 minutes. The BYD Sea Lion 7 comfort and design trims support up to 150 kilowatts, about 32 minutes to 80%. The top Excellence AWD on an 800-volt architecture peaks at 230 kilowatts and hits 80% in approximately 24 minutes, actually faster than the standard Model Y at this benchmark. At 230 kilowatts, the top BYD charges quicker than Tesla. The catch is where you plug in. In the US, BYD has no passenger vehicle charging network. Tesla has over 20,000 supercharger stalls. That infrastructure gap is the entire ballgame in America. Technology and interior. Tesla's cabin philosophy is radical minimalism. One 15.4-inch touchscreen, no physical climate buttons, no instrument cluster, no CarPlay, no Android Auto. For buyers who appreciate a clean, software-first interface, this is the appeal. Tesla's over-the-air updates have made the Model Y meaningfully more capable over time, a real ownership asset. On technology depth and software maturity, Tesla still leads. The BYD Sea Lion 7 takes the opposite position. Its 15.6-inch screen rotates between portrait and landscape at a button press. A 10.25-inch dedicated instrument cluster keeps speed and range directly in the driver's sightline. Standard across all trims, 128-color ambient lighting, Napa leather seating, ventilated front seats, and full Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. If your life runs on an iPhone, BYD's ecosystem integration is not a minor point. It is a daily convenience Tesla has never offered. On driver assistance, the Sea Lion 7 Excellence features BYD's God's Eye ADAS platform, developed by a team of 5,000 R&D engineers trained on 72 million kilometers of daily ADAS data in 2024 alone. It delivers adaptive cruise, traffic jam assist, lane centering, automatic emergency braking, and blind spot monitoring, specifications that match Tesla's standard autopilot hardware. Tesla's full self-driving has a multi-year data accumulation lead. BYD's investment trajectory suggests that lead will compress faster than most American observers currently expect. The tariff wall. Here is where a car comparison becomes something larger. The reason you cannot buy a BYD Sea Lion 7 in America is a tariff, specifically a 100% import duty on Chinese-manufactured electric vehicles, introduced under the Biden administration and extended under Trump with additional IEEPA-based layers that pushed effective duties on some Chinese goods to 135% or higher. A 100% tariff doubles the landed cost of the vehicle before any markup, financing, or state taxes. At that mathematics, it cannot compete. The tariff doesn't disadvantage BYD. It arithmetically eliminates the competition. Consider the numbers. The Sea Lion 7 sells in the UK starting at approximately £44,990, around $56,000 at current rates. And that price already includes shipping, right-hand drive conversion, local regulatory compliance, and a profit margin. The manufacturing price in China, before those additions, is substantially lower. BYD makes its own batteries. Vertical integration of this depth gives BYD a structural cost advantage no Western manufacturer has yet neutralized through engineering. It can only be neutralized by policy. And policy is exactly what American consumers are subsidizing every time they buy a Tesla. BYD is fighting back. On January 26, 2026, 4 BYD U.S. subsidiaries filed case number 2600847 at the U.S. Court of International Trade, challenging 9 tariff executive orders under IEEPA, arguing the statute's text does not include the word tariff and does not authorize border taxes. Both the Court of International Trade and the Federal Circuit Court of Appeals have already ruled that IEEPA does not authorize tariffs. The U.S. Supreme Court is expected to issue a ruling by mid-2026. If the lower courts are upheld, the entire IEEPA tariff regime collapses. BYD already builds electric buses in a 550,000 square foot plant in Lancaster, California, employing 750 Americans. The wall keeping its passenger cars out is a policy decision, and it is being litigated right now. Reliability and ownership costs. In any honest comparison, reliability and the ownership experience over time deserve a clear accounting. This is where Tesla's American market presence pays a genuine dividend. J.D. Power's 2026 U.S. Electric Vehicle Experience Ownership Study placed the Tesla Model Y at 797 out of 1,000 in overall satisfaction, second only to the Tesla Model 3 at 804 among all premium EVs. Tesla has been selling in volume in America since 2019. That track record is real and measurable. BYD, in the UK, where the C-Line 7 launched in early 2025, finished 30th out of 31 manufacturers in the Driver Power Customer Satisfaction Survey. To be clear, this reflects the difficulty of being a new brand in a new market. Thin service network, limited technician training, unfamiliar warranty claims process. It does not prove that the Blade battery is mechanically unreliable. BYD's battery technology has millions of global vehicles behind it, but a 6-year, 93,750-mile vehicle warranty and an 8-year, 155,000-mile battery warranty are only as valuable as the infrastructure behind them. In America, BYD's passenger vehicle service infrastructure does not exist yet. Tesla's mobile service network, dispatching technicians to your home for most common repairs, remains an ownership advantage that no competitor currently matches in this market. The reliability and service ownership advantage belongs to Tesla. That is the one clear verdict in this comparison. The verdict that isn't won. Here is where you expect the winner declared. I'm not going to do it. Not because the data is unclear, but because the oddest conclusion is structurally uncomfortable in a way that a podium finish would obscure. On range, bigger battery versus higher efficiency, advantages shift depending on how and where you drive. On charging, Tesla wins unambiguously in America, full stop. On technology and interior, BYD offers more physical richness standard. Tesla offers deeper software and a better update trajectory. On reliability and service in the US, Tesla leads clearly. On global competitive pricing, BYD matches Tesla while offering more standard equipment and a larger battery. On manufacturing cost structure, BYD's vertical battery integration is a structural advantage no American competitor has neutralized. Tesla wins in America because Americans have no choice. Not because Tesla builds the definitively superior product across every category the data covers. It doesn't. But because a tariff wall built by one administration and extended by another has ensured that the world's best-selling electric SUV cannot be purchased at any price from any passenger vehicle showroom in the United States. That is not a market outcome. That is a policy outcome. The distinction matters enormously if you believe competition is how prices fall and product quality rises. The Supreme Court ruling is pending. BYD's lawsuit is active. The 620,000 unit gap from 2025 is a trajectory, not a ceiling. The world's largest EV company is not going to stop trying to reach the world's second largest car market. Whether it arrives at your front door in 2 years, 5 years, or never, will be decided not by engineering, but by courts and executive orders. So here's the question. Answer it in the comments right now, honestly. If the tariff disappeared tomorrow and the BYD C-Line 7 landed at your dealership at $35,000, 82.5 kilowatt-hour Blade battery, 300 miles real-world range, rotating 15.6-inch screen, heat pump standard, Napa leather, God's Eye ADAS, 6-year warranty, Apple CarPlay, would you switch from Tesla? Or does the supercharger network hold you? The comment section on this one is about to get very heated.